Good morning. Welcome to United First Parish Church. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey, welcome to our Unitarian Universalist spiritual community. As we gather this morning, we acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Neponset Band of the Massachusetts tribe, a people who have lived here for thousands of years and who live here now. I'm the Reverend Rebecca Froome, lead minister here at UFPC, and my pronouns are she and her. Friends from near and far, folks joining us in person and over live stream, welcome. And a special welcome to any first or second time visitors we might have with us today. If this is one of your first times worshiping with us and you feel comfortable, I invite you to raise your hand up high so our ushers can bring you a small token of welcome. Well, any visitors or newcomers we may have amongst us are welcome to join all of our members and friends for social hour following the service in the parish hall. We gather here through either of these doors, and our worship leaders will be standing here on your right and look forward to greeting you after the service. Today is a multi-generational worship service, so the order of service itself will be a little different. So heads up for folks who need that heads up. So follow along. We've got some extra music. We're ending with a bridging ceremony. So great to have the Batista Selinger family here with us in person. And gosh, we've missed you guys, and you've been with us screen to screen, heart to heart. So let's just do a round of applause and welcome. So our team of worship this morning includes Acting Director of Music, Tony Winters. We have our ministerial intern, Angelette Parsley, and our Director of Religious Education and Family Ministry, Elizabeth Foster. Lots of volunteers make the worship magic happen, so thanks to our greeters and ushers, Paul and Marilyn and Bill. Thanks to our live stream team of Noelle and Carl, and beautiful flowers from Pat, Claire, Allegra, and Kate. Social hour today will include a lunch, so thanks to the Congregational Life Committee for putting that together, to Nicole and Izzy, who I think are literally setting things up. No, they're back. Welcome. So please do stay for lunch after the service. In today's multi-gen service, there'll be a reflection part later where folks will be invited to reflect personally, share together, and write down a reflection. So there's note cards and pens and pencils at the back. So if you don't have any of those with you yet, during the opening hymn, you can head back and grab those, and we'll also have an opportunity later for folks to bring those right to you. We strive to be a welcoming community to people of all ages and abilities. So in the back of the sanctuary near our ushers, you will find large print hymnals, hearing assistance headsets that connect to our sound system, and those can also be helpful for people sensitive to distracting background noise. Families, as always, we have children's books and drawing material, which might be especially welcome in the multi-gen service. Our bathrooms are located on the lower level, accessible by elevator and stairs through the foyer. If you need to use the restroom during the service, please see an usher. And now, as we prepare ourselves for worship, let's take a deep breath together. Feeling that spirit of life, that spirit of love that moves within, between, and beyond us all. And I invite the Batista Selinger family to come and share our reading as we light our chalice, symbol of the Unitarian Universalist faith tradition.
Our reading is A Parent's Blessing. Today we celebrate not only who you have been, but who you are becoming. We have watched you learn, struggle, laugh, dream, and persevere. We have seen your strength in difficult moments and your kindness in ordinary ones. As you cross this bridge into adulthood, know that you do not walk alone. You carry with you the love of your family, the support of this community, and the wisdom gained from every experience. May you have the courage to be yourself, the curiosity to keep learning, and the compassion to make a difference in the lives of others. And wherever life takes you, may you remember that home is not only a place, but also the people who love you.
Please rise as you are willing and able and join in reading our congregation's covenant. The words are found in your order of service or in the chat on Zoom. As a free fellowship of this historic church, we unite to lift our hearts and open our minds to a larger reality, to accept, support, and encourage one another, to seek the wisdom in all religions, to cherish and sustain the web of life, and to strive for justice, compassion, and peace. Let us greet one another in this spirit of fellowship and peace. As we remain standing in body or spirit, let us lift our voices in song with hymn number 38 in the gray hymnal, Morning Has Broken.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's dew fall, sunlit from heaven, like the dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where God's feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, Eden's soft way. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's great creation of the new day.
You may be seated.
Through the sharing of our joys and our sorrows, we create a sacred space where we are deeply present with ourselves and one another. This is a time for us to briefly share the life milestones that lift your spirit in joy or hope, or the pains and losses that fill you with heartache. If you have a joy or sorrow to share, in a moment, please come forward to this microphone, or alternatively, raise your hand and our ushers will bring the microphone to you. For folks sharing a spoken joy or sorrow, please first say your name before sharing so we might all know and hear you. Folks joining us over Zoom can share in the chat. And we do have one written joy and sorrow as well from our new pilot of having a written joys and sorrow option. As we begin our sharing, we light a candle of joy, knowing that a joy shared is a joy magnified. And we also light a candle of sorrow, knowing that a sorrow shared is a burden lightened. Let us open our hearts to one another. And I begin with, and guide us. Let's take a deep breath together, perhaps rolling our shoulders back, wiggling our fingers, resting into the gentle, vulnerable strength of our own body as we enter a time of shared meditation here in the city silence. Will you lift your hearts and join me in the spirit of prayer, listening in these words for the language of faith most meaningful to you? Eternal presence, known by many names, known in many ways. We gather this morning as a community of care and compassion, of memory and hope. In this morning of abundant sunshine, we give thanks for the joys of our lives, for struggles through which we have persevered, for graduations, for new cars, for the many beginnings that come to us like these flowers of spring. And we open our hearts in compassion for all of those amongst us who are struggling. We send prayers and good wishes for health and healing, for strength and solace to those recovering from injury and illness. We are in a season also of great hope. Hope that mixes with joy or sorrow, hope that blends with anxiety, hope that rests in the gentle arms of community. Community that reminds us that we are loved. Community that reminds us that together we can have great power to work for change, to create that world that is fair and equal for our children, for one another, and for the wider world. Source of our being, source of our goodness. We open our hearts wider still, bearing witness to the world beyond the walls of this stone temple, breathing in that sorrow that we know is so present from such a breadth of suffering in this beautiful yet broken world. We breathe in and we breathe out compassion. We breathe out love, reminding ourselves that we are part of this interdependent world, this interdependent web of community. And that when we stay connected to our bodies, our spirit, when we stay connected to one another, possibilities emerge for transformation and action and goodness. We pray this for love's sake. Amen, and blessed be. As you remain seated, will you sing with me? Song of Praise. The words are in your order of service. I invite our children and Spirit Circle team to come up for these front pews for our message for all ages from Anne.
Welcome, everybody. So, what do we think we might have in the mystery basket today? Guess what? There's a lot of things in the mystery basket, and everybody can have one. What have we got? Darren?
Unsharpened pencils.
Very detail-oriented. Unsharpened pencils. That is correct. Unsharpened orange pencils, yes. Any other details we notice? They do have erasers, small ones. Say again? And they're new. All right, so today, Elizabeth has invited me to tell you all a story about a pencil. And yes, you get to keep the pencil that you just got, if you want it. So this pencil wasn't just any pencil. This pencil dreamed about the future and wanted to become the best pencil it could be. So like this little pencil, we each have the chance to grow and learn and explore the world, no matter how old we are. And we do this through our curiosity, by asking questions, learning new things, and trying new experiences. Curiosity is like a bridge that connects the person we are now to the person we hope to become. So the story goes, an old pencil maker held his newest pencil in his hands just before placing it into a box to go out into the world. And imagining the little pencil as a person, he spoke to it, as if sharing a blessing. There are 5 things you need to remember as you go out into the world, little pencil. Keep these close to your heart, and they will guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. The first is this: you may be able to do many great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held by others. Life will ask you to trust people, learn from others, and be curious about those around you. And each question you ask, each new experience you try, helps you grow into your future self. Second is, from time to time, you will be sharpened. Life will challenge you, and sometimes that will be painful. But these challenges are also opportunities for learning and curiosity. They can develop your strength, your wisdom, and your character, and help shape the person that you will become. Third thing, remember, you will make mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers. You will make mistakes. Everybody does. It's not just you. And curiosity can help you notice your mistakes, ask questions about them, reflect on what happened, and then try to do better next time. And every time you reflect and learn to do better, you're growing towards your best self. The most important part of you is what's inside. Not all pencils are yellow, right? Doesn't matter. The important part is what's inside, your heart, your spirit, and your values. Curiosity helps you discover what matters most to you and how you want to live. What you explore today guides what you become tomorrow. And finally, wherever you go, leave your mark. Share your gifts and your love and your curiosity, because every act of exploration and care for others is a building block for your future self and for the world around you. The pencil listened carefully, and in that quiet moment, it promised itself that it would remember these 5 lessons. And as it was placed into the box, ready for the journey, it carried a quiet hope that through curiosity and care, it could grow and learn and leave a meaningful mark on the world. So all the pencils I gave you look very much alike, and it's kind of like how my sisters and I all looked really alike in our baby pictures. If you had our baby pictures together, you couldn't tell them apart. My mother could. Hi, Mom. But we were all curious about different things, and so we became different people, shaped in different ways. I became a teacher and a mother, and now I'm going to become a minister, and you're helping to shape me do that. And my sister Louise became a choreographer and a photographer, and my sister Becky, a naturalist, and now a political organizer. And the 5 lessons about the pencil are inviting us all to be curious and explore the world and learn. And all of the pencils in this front row, since they're all held by different people, are going to write different stories and leave different marks and maybe draw different pictures. So I invite you to take home the pencil and think about what story you want to write of your life and what picture you might draw of your future self. All right. We are having a multi-generational service today, and so we invite our children to return to the pews with their families as we continue. And everyone else, to please rise in body or spirit and join in singing a new song from our virtual hymnal, Sings Out Love. The song is called Becoming, and the music and lyrics are on an insert in your order of service.
Any ambitious folks can join me on this first verse if you want to try, or you can feel free to join me the second time around. For those who read music, we will be skipping the repeats. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. Let's do that one more time. I am. I am who I'm becoming. I am all I have done. I am what I am dreaming. I've only just begun. I am who I'm becoming. am, what I am dreaming, I've only just begun. You are who you're becoming. You are all you have done. You are what you are dreaming. You've only just begun. You are who you're becoming. You are all you have done. You are what you're becoming. You've only just begun. We're going to take this key up a little bit. We are what we're becoming. We are all we have done. We are what we are dreaming. We've only just begun. We are what we're becoming. We are all we have done. We are what we are dreaming. We've only just begun.
Have you ever gotten a new pencil or a pen like the one from our story and imagined all of the different things that you could write or draw with it? In a way, they're all contained within that little pencil, just waiting for you to create them. So much of our futures can be influenced by our curiosity in all kinds of big and small ways. Maybe you just get curious about how something works in your house and you end up learning how to fix it the next time it breaks. Or maybe you even get so curious that you end up becoming an engineer. Maybe you wonder about something someone nearby you is reading and you end up making a new friend. Maybe you're just curious about a little park you've never been to by your house, and you end up finding out that they have a monthly soccer game or a gardening club, or you just learn about a new kind of flower and you see it somewhere else months later. Unitarian Universalists value being curious about all kinds of things, like learning about other traditions, about science, and about other people and their experiences. And all of this curiosity can help us learn and grow as ourselves too. This isn't always an easy process. Like our pencil from our story, you might be feeling a little sharp while it happens, maybe even really sharp. But that might mean you are very ready to make your mark. Or sometimes you might get curious about something and then realize you're not really very interested in it after all. Like our pencil maker tells our pencil, mistakes are going to happen. And when you reflect and learn from them, those two help shape the person that you'll become, or the pencil. And no matter how long ago you started on your journey, you can always find a new question and build a new bridge to your future. So we're all going to get a little curious together now. In a few moments, Tony is going to start playing some music. And before that, I have a few questions for everyone to think about. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about these questions for a couple minutes, and you should have gotten a note card when you came in and a pencil. And if you didn't get one, this is a great chance to raise your hand and let our ushers know, and they'll come bring you one. But once we are done with our reflection and our music, we are going to find approximately 2 neighbors in the sanctuary. And we are going to have some conversations about our answers as we feel comfortable. And I am going to let you know when it's time for the first person to share. And we'll use our singing bowl to indicate when it's time to switch over. And maybe you will find some new exciting things to be curious about together. And after we finished our sharing, if you want to write down something you're taking away on your note card, or you can draw something, and we are going to bring those after the service. We have an easel set up in the parish hall, and we can see them all together, and we'll see what we're all curious about together. So I'm going to ask, and these questions are also in your order of service. Can you think of a time in your life when your curiosity or a specific question you had helped you discover something interesting or important? And what are you curious about going forward? What is a new question you might want to explore? What is one mark you might want your future self to leave on the world? So we are going to listen to some music and reflect on these questions, and then I will repeat these instructions so that we don't get too confused. You will find 2 neighbors in the sanctuary, so if you will find a group of 3, we can spend some time in reflection together. If you can't find an exact group of 3, that's okay, and if you'd rather reflect by yourself with the note card, that's also okay. Yeah, if you'd rather not be in a group, you can cross your arms and folks will know not to. I'm a group and I'm gonna see it's in the next minute. I'm gonna switch us over. Yeah. You can switch early. No one is stopping you. Yeah. All right. If you want to give the next person a chance to answer, approximately, and wrap up what you're saying. And we're going to try to switch over to our last person if we can. And we are going to try to wrap up these conversations in just a moment, but you can continue them at coffee hour. And if you want to just take a moment to write down a takeaway or draw a takeaway if you haven't, we can put that up as coffee hour as well. Thank you for joining us and being curious about one another.
You got it already. Great. Are we done with this?
We drink from wells we did not dig, and we worship in a sanctuary we did not build. As a voluntary association, our church is sustained through the gifts of the members and the friends of our congregation, past and present. I'm going to invite you into the time of the offering. You can, of course, give online by going to ufpc.org and clicking on the donate button, or placing a contribution in our offering plate. If this is your first time worshiping with us, please let the offering plate pass you by. Your presence here today is your gift to us, and we hope you will join us in following the service for social hour. Now may the ushers come forward for the morning offering to support the good works of United First Parish Church. May it be joyfully given, and know that it will be gratefully received. Yes, wonderful.
In Unitarian Universalism, the bridging ceremony celebrates the transition of our youth becoming young adults. The bridge has two sides. One is childhood and adolescence, and the other side is adulthood, full of new opportunities and insights and challenges. Today, we will be honoring Solana Batista Selinger as she makes this transition from youth to young adulthood. And next Sunday, we will be honoring Alex Sherman in a similar bridging ceremony.
Now, as we begin our bridging ceremony, I invite our children and youth to come forward again to the front pew to participate. And I also invite Solana's parents and any members of the Religious Education Committee present this morning to come stand here on my left. And this is going to be our group that represents childhood and adolescence. And I invite any young adults who are present this morning, aged 18 to 35, more or less, as well as anyone who has been a Unitarian Universalist since they were a teen or a child, to come stand here on the right. The majority of adult UUs were raised in other faith traditions, or no faith tradition at all. And so the experience of growing up UU can be in many ways unique. So Solana is bridging into a group of two peers, young adults of any faith background and adults of any age who share this experience of growing up UU.
So, Solana, this congregation has been your family's church home, I think, for about half of your life. And so you were once a child sitting in these pews in our religious education program. And now you've been one of the teenagers caring for our babies and toddlers in the nursery, watching another generation of children grow up. You've gone on field trips and participated in service projects, making sandwiches for Father Bills and more, sharing your gifts of curiosity and service with the wider world. Soul, you shared with me that in this congregation, you've learned the importance of being kind to everyone, the importance of using whatever privilege we have to help others, and the power of creating community with people from all walks of life.
And on this threshold into adulthood, we have gifts to offer you. And I think Anna is going to help us with.
She doesn't know it.
Oh. The first gift is a small chalice and a candle. And we invite you to bring this candle and your chalice with you onto the next steps of your journey. May you use this chalice during your own times of spiritual practice, maybe in a UU campus ministry group, or simply to remind you of home and this church. May the light of the chalice center you, challenge you, inspire you, and guide you. And the second gift is a copy of the book Becoming, a spiritual guide for navigating young adulthood. May these words be an inspiration to you as you continue on your journey. And the third gift is a journal to record your thoughts, feelings, experiences, or ideas in the coming years.
Now they can go back in the bag. A child growing into young adulthood is also a milestone moment for parents. In a child dedication, we give the family a rose, representing the unique beauty, strength, and fragility of the child being brought into community. And today, Soul, we give you a rose to give to your parents, Rosie and Doug. Rosie and Doug, thank you for all that you have done to raise this amazing young woman. Now, Soul is going to traverse our high pulpit in a moment, representative of a bridge. And as she does so, I ask that the congregation join me in offering her our blessings. After I say a phrase, you respond by saying, "You have our blessings and love." So let's try that together. You have our blessings and love. So, Soul, I invite you to take the gifts and hopes of this community with you as you cross our embodied metaphorical bridge. So go on, head on up, be careful, the steps are at different heights. Like life. As you cross this bridge, Soul, we offer you our fondest hopes, with this blessing adapted with words by Maureen Killeran. Soul, as you continue on your journey at UMass Amherst studying political science, you have our blessings and love. May life bring enough challenge to fuel your dreams, enough affirmation to honor your gifts, and enough nurture to give your spirit peace. You have our blessings and our love. Believe in your vision. Follow your dreams. Leave your mark on the world. You have our blessings and love. Soul, remember that this community will continue to love and support you. Remember the roots you have here, even as you spread your wings and fly off to new adventures. You have our blessings and love. Let's welcome Soul into adulthood with hands of gladness. And as everyone returns to their seats, we're going to sing hymn number 1064, Blue Boat Home. reminding us of that home we can find anywhere and everywhere as we travel the world with curiosity and wonder. Let's rise in body or spirit and sing together.
Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the light of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on. Breathe the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the heavens, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Thank you. You may be seated. So here at United First Parish Church, we gather in so many ways, and today's announcements certainly highlight the breadth of what we do. This afternoon is our annual meeting. We have been practicing democracy to increasing degrees since 1639. So we will reconvene here at 12:15 for the annual meeting to sustain our bodies as we engage our minds. There is going to be a make your own sandwich lunch provided by Congregational Life. So thanks again to Izzy and Nicole and their team. And to honor Soul, we have strawberry shortcake cake, which now I know is like yellow cake with whipped cream frosting and strawberries. Hopefully that's what you wanted, because that's what the store had. So lots to sustain you in body during social hour. Today is a triple header. So we are then going to have the City of Quincy's LGBTQ Progress Pride flag raising on the Hancock Adams Common on 6 p.m. This is our first time doing it on the eve of Pride. So please join us, the interfaith community, the Quincy Choral Society, for this powerful and meaningful moment of witness and celebration that is so needed
this year. Next Sunday, we're having a bridging ceremony for Alex. And then the service is going to, we're doing variations of Pride 2 Sundays in a row. So next Sunday, we're going to have glitter blessings. So be prepared. It's optional, but fun. And save the date in June, we are having our capital campaign preparedness weekend. What's a capital campaign? You might be wondering. Oh, good. Please come to a congregational workshop on Saturday, Saturday, June 13th at 10 a.m. Details are in your order of service. Our consultant from Stewardship for Us is also going to be meeting with small groups throughout the weekend. So thank you in advance for the many ways that nearly all of us will be engaging in that process. And to help our consultant, Reverend Lydia, know more about us before she arrives, there is an online survey, and we're asking you to please fill that out in the next couple days. It's not too long, and that will really help her use her time with us well. So the link is in the order of service, and it was in your email, the congregational email that you got on Friday. And so now I invite you to return again to that deep breath and rise in a body or spirit this final time in the service, placing your hands over your heart for our words of benediction by Jean M. Olson. May you be brave enough to expose your aching woundedness and reveal your vulnerability. May you speak your deepest truths, knowing that they will change as you do. May you sing the music within you, composing your own melody, playing your song with all your heart. May you draw, paint, sculpt, and sew, showing the world your vision. May you write letters, poetry, biography, slogans, graffiti, the great novel, laying bare your words to love and hate. May you love, even though your heart breaks again and again. And until the end of your days, may your life be filled with possibilities and courage. May we go in peace and go in love to be a blessing to the world. Amen. And I invite you to turn towards the center aisle as we offer one another a sung benediction and extinguish the chalice. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you could almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself with words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.